Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Molly and I run a blog page on Instagram at Molly's Favorites. Today I wanted to do a Q&A to answer all of your questions about blogging. I'm going to start with more basic questions like how I got my blog started, and then I'm going to get into more kind of personal questions, I guess. Personal questions like what I like and dislike about blogging. First question is, how did I start my blog? I actually started my website back in 2015. I started it as a way to write and just kind of as a creative outlet. At the time I was in college, so I wasn't super consistent with it. Fast forward to 2018, I graduated college and I was working full time. I think it was October 2018 when I really started working on my website again. I deleted all of my old posts, like literally all of them. I was like, I do not want any of these. I want to just start from scratch. And then February of 2019, I started my Instagram page to go along with my blog. I have a personal Instagram account, but I wanted to create a separate account where I could just post blog stuff, and I didn't want to necessarily force people to follow my blog page, if that makes sense. So that is the quick background on how I started my blog. The whole idea behind Molly's Favorites, which is the name of my blog and my Instagram account, is basically just sharing things that I like. This is something I've always liked to do, and to be completely honest, I made the name in 2015 and it kind of just stuck. I think it's pretty relevant though, and I'm glad that I stuck with it because it's really kind of evolved my page to what it is today. Next question is, how did I create my website? In 2015, I had no idea what I was doing, so I probably just Googled how to blog or something, and WordPress must have come up because that's where I created my website on. For me, WordPress has been pretty easy to use, and if I don't know how to do something, I'll Google it and or YouTube it. I know some people aren't a huge fan of WordPress, but it works for me and that's what I use. In regards to your domain name, I actually didn't even buy my domain name until a couple months ago. So now I own it, mollysfavorites.com. I got that off of GoDaddy, and then I was able to transfer it from GoDaddy to my WordPress site. The next question I got was how to get approved on Like to Know It. For those of you who don't know what Like to Know It is, it's basically an app where you can follow your favorite bloggers and influencers and shop their feed. So we're able to go on there and link anything from a skincare product to a t-shirt to a bench, literally anything that you want. So how to get approved. I don't think you have to have a certain amount of followers, don't quote me on that, but when I applied, I probably only had maybe 350 followers. So you're gonna actually wanna go to reward style. So just Google reward style. From there, it should be the first or second link that pops up. You're gonna click on that and it's gonna pop up with a page, and there's gonna be a little button that says apply now. From there, you're gonna wanna hit apply now, enter all your information, and send off your application. To be honest, I don't remember how long it took for them to approve me. I applied back in October, so I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it's a long process. I was talking with another girl on Instagram the other day, and she was saying that she applied and it said up to 2 weeks, but it only took a few days. So I don't think it would actually take up to 2 weeks. Reward style is like the back end for bloggers where you get all your links and you link things. And then Like to Know It is like the user-friendly app that people use to follow you on. Now I'm gonna get into more of the personal and fun questions. First question is, how do I stay motivated to keep blogging? So this is definitely a lot harder in the beginning when you're just starting out your page or your website. You're not gonna have a lot of followers and you're gonna kind of feel discouraged a lot. And I just want to be super honest and real about that because I think a lot of people probably don't talk about that. But definitely when you're starting out, you're going to think, I'm a weirdo. Why am I doing this? Does anyone even care? All these thoughts are going to be going through your head, and that's totally normal. I still think that to this day, so don't even worry. But what really motivates me is knowing that people care. So every once in a while, I'll get a nice message and someone will say, hey, you recommended this skincare product. I tried it and I really loved it and I just wanted to let you know. And messages like that seriously just make my entire week. And I don't even think people realize that. They probably think I don't care, but I really do. And it means so much to me to see those little messages and to know that at least one person cares. Like they say, if you can make a difference in one person's life or day or whatever, it's worth it. I really try to go by that with my blog. If one of you messages me that you care, then I'm like, okay, I can keep going and I can keep doing this. I think it's important to just kind of motivate yourself as well. Obviously, you're gonna have days where you're like, why am I doing this? Who cares? But just know that there's at least one person out there, if not more, because there definitely is more, that care what you're doing and care about your page. The next question that I got was, how do I come up with content for my blog? I come up with ideas from all different things. So many different things inspire me or will spark an idea. I think focusing on a couple things on your blog is really gonna help create content. For example, on my blog, I really like to focus on skincare and style. So I try to focus in on those two things, and I also mix in a little bit of beauty and food and health and things like that. But I think definitely picking a focus is a really good way to come up with ideas. I would also suggest following pages that inspire you, pages that you like, whether it's the aesthetic, the person that runs the page, what they're posting, whatever it is, follow pages that are going to inspire you. With that, we're all inspired by each other, but make sure you're giving other bloggers credit where it's due. And by that, I mean, if you see something on someone's page and you recreate it, just make sure that you're giving credit to that person. It might sound silly, but I think a lot of bloggers appreciate that no matter what it is. Like the other day, I literally made a bowl of oatmeal, but I followed someone's recipe, so I tagged them in it. Just little things like that are motivating to people. Like I was saying before, when you get a message or you get tagged in something, little things like that are motivating. So make sure that you're giving credit to people that are inspiring your posts and your content. I think that's super important and kind of just like a moral code type thing. Next question I got is how to grow your Instagram. I only have a little over 1,000 followers, which isn't much compared to so many other bloggers. But I think what's helped me to grow my following has been just being myself and sharing things that I care about. Be genuine on your page. People will really pick up on that, and I think that's what people want. Being organic and real on your page is going to attract more people. Make sure that everything you're posting you stand by, because I think it's really important, like I said, to just like be true to yourself and care about what you're posting. Next question I got is, what do I dislike about blogging? There are a few things I dislike about blogging, but definitely, and this is something that I struggle with because I am a human, is judgment from others. This is something that I'm not sure will ever go away for me. I'm not one to care much about what people think of me because I know who I am as a person, but it's hard not to think like, who's watching this, who's gonna make fun of it, who's judging me. It's those thoughts that I don't think will ever really leave my head. I don't always have those thoughts and I don't live my life like that, but obviously we're all human. We're gonna have those thoughts and be scared and think, what if people think of me? But just know at the end of the day, there are people who like your page and are supporting you, and that's really all that matters. Another thing that's hard with blogging is probably keeping up with posts and then also not comparing your page to other people's pages. Again, we're all human, so you're gonna compare your page to other people's pages, but try not to. And then keeping up with posts can just be hard because if you're unmotivated that day or whatever it is and you don't want to be on your account or upload things, that can be hard sometimes. And then last question is, what do I like about blogging? There are so many things that I like about blogging, but I definitely love being able to share things that I love with my followers as well as interacting with people. Like I mentioned before, it's so nice and refreshing and motivating when someone messages you that they tried a product that you recommended or they bought something, whatever it is that you recommended, and they really like it. And to me, that always kind of gives me like my why, like why I'm doing my blog and why I keep going. Those were all the questions that I had, so thank you guys for watching and for submitting your questions. Make sure you're following my Instagram page at Molly's Favorites. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys back here soon.